coming back to school with me. We could have done it all so easily.
Hi, my name is Craig Thompson Wood. I'm the board game teacher. Today we're taking a look at Perudo, also known as Liar's Dice. So look at the report card for Perudo. I'm going to give the number of players a B+, and that's because it plays up to 6 players. You know, B is about a 4-player game, which I think is pretty standard. This one goes up to 6, and it definitely does play better with the higher player count, so give it the B+. For learning, I'm going to give the game a B. This game is really good for discussing and teaching probabilities, and you can, in the playing of the game, if you talk things out loud, you can really start to see the probabilities breaking down and the fractions and things that people can use to discuss the probabilities as they're looking at what dice are available and trying to understand what the best play is. For fun, I'm going to give the game an A. This game is a lot of fun. Every time I've played it, there's been a lot of laughing, a lot of even sort of screaming in the fun way. People are just getting so excited that they just kind of almost, the fun spills over into an excited scream. So yeah, I totally think this game is a worthwhile game to have around. If you're going to be playing in the classroom, though, just keep in mind though that it does get quite excitable. So maybe if you're doing it, play it like a mini tournament or something. Or I wouldn't necessarily have this as one center if all the centers are going to be ones are quiet centers. This would be one you're going to be doing where everything's a center and there's a lot of noise already going on, because this one is definitely not one of those quiet games because it's just that much fun. For time, I'm going to give the game an A. The game is super quick to play, and it's very easy to set up. You've got like 6 dice, 5, 6 dice. You got a bunch of dice. You got a bunch of dice and a cup, and that's just it. The setup and strike time is going to be very simple, very easy because of that. For cost, I'm going to give the game an A+. I give it the A+ because Perudo or Liar's Dice, if you can find a copy, is going to be very inexpensive. But once you understand the rules of the game, honestly, all you need is a bunch of dice. You don't even really. The cups are kind of necessary because of the way you're hiding your dice in between. But a bunch of cups, a bunch of dice, you can probably make shift these components yourself. So to buy the game, you're going to be able to buy the pieces if you want to. Not that I'm recommending not supporting a local game store, but what I'm saying is you could support your local game store for other games, but have this one as well with some easily makeshift components and dice and cups. Or sometimes you can find a copy like this in the Value Village, thrift stores, things like that. So you can also keep your eyes out there. Well, let's take it to the table and I'll show you how it's played. So this is, I just took everything out of the box of Perudo. So most of the box of Perudo is just this in here to fill up. I don't really like it actually when companies do this, when they fill up a box with mostly air and just make it look bigger, make it look like you get more than you are. This is really it. This is the game. So this is the blue player and the blue player's dice, the red player, the red player's dice. So I put them away like such, so that way, boom, we're set up, we're ready to go. So if we're playing a game, then let's just say we're playing a 4-player game. So we're playing with these 4 players. We're playing red, orange, green, and yellow. Okay. So each player takes their dice and they put them down. Oh, I have to redo that. Now the dice rolls are going to be secret. Now every player is going to, they're going to peek at their dice. So if I'm the green player now, so I'll be peeking at this without showing everybody else. Now 1s are wild. And so what's going to happen now is, say I'm the first player to make a bid. So I have 2 2s, a 3, a 4, a 5. So I'm going to say how many combined do I think that we can get for a particular number. So if I say 2s, for example, because I have the most 2s, but people don't know what I have. So I could say, I think I can get 7 2s. Now I only rolled 5 dice, so how can I get 7 2s? Well, that's if they have any 2s, that is adding to my total of 2s as well. And remember, any of their 1s can become my 2s. 1s are wild, they count as anything. So their 1s will count for whatever they want, but they also count for my 2s. So if I say 7 2s, and then the next player says, they can either say a higher number, like so 8 threes or 8 ones, 8 fours. So any other number from 1 to 6, with the dice faces, well, actually 2 to 6 because ones are wild. So they can say any number from 2 to 6, but they have to say that there's 8 or more now, or 10, or anything greater than my number of 7. They can't tie me at 7. So if they say 8 threes, and now the next player can say 9 or 10 of another number, and they can even say 9 threes, and then they can say 10 threes. In which case, then at some point, somebody's going to say Perudo, which is you're calling their bluff. So this person said 10 threes. So they reveal their dice, and they've got 2 threes. They've got no threes. They've got 1 3. And I have 1 3. So in total, we had 4 threes. Not even close to what the person was saying. Now, obviously, in a 4-player game, I don't think you're going to be betting that high as up to 10. Again, when you talk about the probabilities and things, it really would have been a bad move to have gone as high as 10 in the first one. So interesting. Let's just sort of see if we'd gone with the 7s. And I said 7 twos. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So even then, with the 7 twos, I didn't have the 7 twos. We only had 6 twos. So if the person had called Perudo on me from the very beginning, I would have been stuck. And so the player, so in this case, the yellow player was the one who had got caught, and so they lose 1 dice. And so it's an elimination game. You lose 1 dice at a time, and then once you're out, then you're out of the game. But then the other players are finishing off. But the people who are out is like normally I don't like elimination games, but this one because it's so quick, it's not so bad. Even when you're sitting here watching, it's still fun to watch the other people as they're going through the motions of the game. So and that's how you play Perudo and clean it up. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. If you have any questions about Perudo, or if you have any other suggestions for games that you might like to see on the channel, please leave me a message in the comment section below. If you have any ideas for topics you might like me to discuss, or upcoming events or things that you might want me to know about, again, leave me the message in the comment section below. And while you're down there, please hit like and subscribe. It really does help me out. Until next time, I'm Craig Thompson with the Board Game Teacher saying thanks for coming to the classroom.
Are you coming back to school?